Hello, everybody. This is S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Says podcast. And actually, this week, my friends, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And I'm doing that mainly because I'm recording this really, really late because there were some other things I had to take care of. And I was thinking about because of the things that were going on outside of the podcast this particular week, that maybe I was just going to not do one this week and then, just pick up next week, just, send out a tweet or something like that to let everybody know that it wasn't going to be a podcast this week. But I just figured, I'm going to give you a short one this week and everything going to go back to normal next week. What I wanted to talk about very, very quickly was the simple fact that, as most of you that are listening to me know, I'm about to hit the big 5-0, and I actually joined the AARP, a couple of days ago, and it's really, really weird because to me, it feels funny because the moment I actually hit that button and sent them the $12 to sign up for the AARP, I felt like I just basically admitted that I'm getting old, right? Right. I admitted that I'm getting old. I talked in the last week's podcast about how everybody was running up to me when I shaved my head, how I look young and all this kind of crap. You look great and all this garbage. But I think that was almost kind of like the universe's way of going, hey, let's make him feel good one last time before the old bastard decides to send that money in and admit that he's an old bastard. Right? Because when you join the AARP, like I said, 50. The number is 50. That's when you join when you're 50, all the benefits that you can use the benefits when you're 50. And, it's weird. It's weird because, I'm so used to starting my age with the F sound, right? 40, 41, 42, 43, 40, 40, 40. But now in about a month or so, it's going to still start with the F part, but it's going to be F, right? There's no I in the 40s, right? As soon as you go, as soon as you do the after the something's wrong. 50, 51, 52. Oh God. Right? It's almost cruel that it starts with the sound. Right? There should be just another number, another sound. There should be like a sound. There should be 50, 51, just a different letter altogether. So you don't have to have the tiny little piece of you that gets to hear the age that you used to be or the decade that you just came from. That's cruel and unusual punishment, damn it. But it's really weird because when you join this club, the AARP association, when you become an AARP member, and this ain't no damn commercial for AARP, I'm just talking about me getting old. It's really weird because when you join a club in many cases, what happens in the club is a reflection of you because they are you. They may be you in the future or they may be you now, but there is some you in that group, right? And now I'm a part of a group that's for retired persons. I'm not close to retirement. I'm not thinking about retirement. I'll probably never retire because, my job is to make people laugh. The hell I want to retire from that for? But I'm part of that group. It's like being the youngest person in an old folks home, right? When the people come into an old folks home, the people that are coming in a lot of times and they go into or retirement, like a retirement building, there's some people in there that are really, really old and there's some people that are just old. If you're 74 years old and you're still running around, you're still going and doing, and you're in the building with a bunch of 90-year-olds, you're the young dude. But you're a young dude of the old dudes, right? That club is representative of you, right? When you were younger and you went into the hot club and the greatest club and the coolest club and you went into that club and it was double great and incredible and fantastic and people couldn't get in because there was a velvet line. You can't get in it because you're on the other side of the velvet rope. You can't get in it because you're not one of those super cool people in there. You're one of the regular people out here. Those are the super cool people in there, but you're one of the regular people out here. Stay out here, loser. You're one of these losers. Maybe we'll let you in. Maybe we won't. I don't know. If you get past me, there's 3 people behind me that get to smack and spit on you and then still decide that they don't want to let you in. We haven't decided yet, loser. You're there. We're here. Right? Well, what about you have the opportunity because of who you are, who you know, or what you do, you can get into the club that everybody else wants to get into. Right? Everybody sees you walk in. He just walked into the Floop-de-Floop Club. He must be cool. That's incredible. He just walked out of the Floop-de-Floop. He must be cool. That's incredible. That's awesome. That's incredible. And everybody thinks you're cool. Why? Because you're a part of that club that everybody wants to get into where all the cool people are. I remember something like that happened to me when I was younger and I was trying to get in shape, and then I got in shape and I was really good shape. And there was a group of dudes at the gym who were super duper gym rats, and everybody kind of stayed out of that corner of the gym. Unfortunately, one of the machines I liked was in that corner of the gym. It was kind of like, when you see stories about people that don't like people surfing on their beach, even if you have to walk past that beach to get home. Right? They tolerate you, and after a while they start to confront you. What are you doing on our beach? I live right there. I don't care. Drive around, punk. That kind of thing. Right? They would always put way too much weights on the weight stack, and most people were not strong enough to take all the weights off, or didn't want to go through the problem of taking all the weights off. So that's what they did to keep you away. And they also were 18 feet tall and grimace at you and look at you like they wanted to stab you. Right? But one day I decided, F that crap. I need to get to that machine. I like that machine, and that machine's over there, and I'm going to use that machine, punks. Right? I walk through these tree trunk dudes who are looking at me. Look at this average height, just fit guy. He's not a double, quadruple fit person like us with his punk ass. Let's go over there and stare at him to intimidate him. And they walk around and they're intimidating me. They're trying to. They're looking at me, and bumping into me and stuff. Sorry about that, little man, all that kind of crap. Right? I didn't give a crap about that junk, punk. You ain't gonna intimidate me, punk. I just kept doing my thing. I got on the machine and did what I needed to do. Right? And one time I was walking past them and they were blocking the way. I put my hands on both of their chests and I pushed them out of us. Excuse me, guys, I'm coming out. And they looked down at me like, did that little guy just push us out of the way? Yeah, well, this little guy actually pushed your punk asses out of the way. Get your tree trunk asses out of the way. I didn't say that to them because they would have killed me. But they looked at me like, hey, this little guy just moved us out of the way. Everybody else is afraid of us, but little man is not afraid of us. You're damn right, punks. Actually, that's not true. I was afraid of them, but I didn't want them to know that crap. Right? And then the next I started coming over there, and little by little they stopped trying to intimidate me. They intimidated everybody else, but they stopped trying to intimidate me, but they intimidated everybody else, but not me, damn it. And after a while they started talking to me. Hey, what's going on, man? They didn't greet anybody else. And then it went from, what's going on, man, to, hey, buddy. And all of a sudden, they started shaking my hand, right? They had a special way of shaking each other's hands, and they would just keep doing it. And they would shaking hands and special handshakes and hugs and crap, and they would do that crap, and they allowed me to get in on that crap. And people in the club, in the gym started seeing little man me shaking hands with the monsters and lifting weights with the monsters and walking through the monsters and having the respect of the monsters. And these are some big ass monsters. And all of a sudden I started going into other parts of the club that weren't the club, the place in the back, and they just assumed if the monsters accepted me, if the monsters were showing me deference, if the monsters were showing me love, this little guy, well, I wasn't little to the regular people, I was only little to these monsters, he must be pretty tough, he must be pretty strong. And all of a sudden people started parting when I came into a place because they thought I was a little monster, not one of the Lady Gaga fans. I actually like her, but that's not the point. You know what I'm saying, right? Damn it. Right? And that club represented me. They thought I was one of them. The club represented me. And that's what I'm thinking about the AARP. That club kind of represents me, right? They're old people. And I'm going to say it. I guess technically by numbers, I'm the beginning of old people. Do I feel old? No. Do I look old? No. But I just joined the AARP. I just want to say this, my friends. Look, you're listening to someone who's getting up there. I'm in good health. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm in good spirits. Everything's great, but I'm getting old. And I know that a big chunk of my audience, you young bastards, are not old. And about a third of you are my age or older. Yeah. Some of you young bastards. You don't even know what it's like. damn it. You don't even know what's coming up for you next, you bastards. You don't even know what's coming. I'm starting to feel like my older relatives when they were telling me the stuff that was going to start happening to me, right? You know, when you get my age, your knee starts hurting. When you get to my age, your elbows start hurting. When you get to my age, when you get out of bed, everything hurts. When you get to my age, some of the stuff they said was stupid. Right? Because my knees don't hurt, and I don't hurt when I get out of the bed, and I don't make noises when I get in and out of chairs. You know what I mean? But there are some things that I noticed. Right? And it bothered me. It bothered me. I don't know why it bothered me, but it really, really did. I realized that my genitals have a conscience. And that's what happens to you when you get older. When you're in your 20s, your genitals are pirates. I'm talking to guys, because I've never been a woman, but I've been a guy. Your genitals are pirates right now, young men. 18 to maybe 28 years old, your genitals are pirates, right? It just is looking for some place, to just get what it can get, right? You'll be with someone you don't even really find that attractive, but you can get what you can get, so you get what you can get, right? You see somebody that you like, you just want to get what you can get. You're going to act like you like somebody, you like something just so you can get what you can get. You just want to get, that's why they call the booty, right? You get the booty. Now you know what I'm saying, right? And when I was younger, I was never really that bad. But the most I would ever do was put up with crap that I didn't necessarily need to be putting up with, just so I could boom boom jiggity boom and that means sex. But as I got older, let me tell you what I'm talking about. I take my relatives shopping, and there's a store that I go to with my relatives, and there's this lady that works there she's very young, and she is one of the most ridiculously perfect looking women I've ever seen in my life. And I'm using the media idea of what perfect is, but she fits that in all categories. I mean, no matter where you look, perfection. With makeup, without makeup. She's one of those people that looks like what other people try to look like with filters and makeup, but she has no filters and makeup. That's just what she looks like, right? And I see her all the time, and I didn't think anything of it. When I go to the store, I joke with her a little bit, but I joke with everybody. And she's one of those, she laughs really hard, right? She's having, and she seems like a pleasant person, because when I go there, I always talk to her, and we have a great time, and we laugh and joke and all of that kind of stuff. And I didn't think much of it, right? But then all of a sudden, some of the other people in the store started saying, she really likes you, man. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I like her. She's a nice enough person. And they kept going on and on and on and on about it. And now she talks about me all the time. And now she always talking about how I go, he's cute. He's kind of old, but you know what? I like older men. This, that, and all of that crap. And I started paying attention, and it became very, very apparent that she was interested. At first I'm going, there's no way in the world this perfect 80 on a scale of 1 to 10 is interested. My old ass is just I'm just some old guy who's fooling himself. And this is ridiculous. And then it became very apparent she wasn't, that she was interested. And it would have been very, very easy for me to jump on top of her and take care of business. But you know what happened? I didn't. You know why? Because my genitals have a conscience. Usually when you're looking at a woman you find attractive, if you're a dude, your genitals will, go, there'll be a trip to Bonerville, right? There'll be a trip to Bone City. You got to be realistic about it. That's what happens, right? And most of the time, it's not a full Bone City. It's just a partial Bone City, because it is basically just telling you, I'm just letting you know, my friend, I'm letting you know I'm here for you. Just in case. I'm just reminding you, this is me, your junk. I'm letting you know I'm here for you. If you need me, I'm right down here, and I'm just activating enough to let you know that I'm ready to roll. Okay? Okay? And then you notice people looking at your lap and then your junk goes, wow, I only meant to do a 25% chub up and I did a 75% chub up. Sorry, I did not mean to embarrass you, but that woman is ridiculously hot. And she smiled at you and I was pretty sure you were going to make some kind of move. And I wanted to just chub up to remind you to be, okay, I'm going to go back down because I've embarrassed you. And that's normally what happens. You chub up, you get a 25% chub up. Okay, when you see a woman that you find incredible and delicious and incredible, you don't necessarily know you're going to be able to do anything with her, but you do have the 25% chub up because just in case. But there was nothing. There was a 0% chub up. Now, is there a chub? Does it still do the chub up? Of course, because another lady walked by who was a cutie patootie, but she was more age appropriate and looking all yummy and Angela Bassett looking yumminess, right? And there was a 78% chub up and I went, damn. For a minute there, I thought there was something wrong because it was this ridiculously hot 21-year-old right there and you didn't pay attention to her. But then this Angela Bassett looking woman walks by and boom, boom, jiggity, boom, the boom flagpole. And then I said, but by the way, do me a favor. That 78% chub up is a little bit too much because she was smiling at me. Then she looked down at you and saw the 78% chub up and went, dude, and walked away and you ruined it. I mean, the 78% chub up that you did ruined it because if the way she was smiling, there was a good chance that if we could have gone out to dinner and got to know each other and then we could have put the 100% chub up and taken care of business. And the junk said, sorry, dude. But that's when I knew I was different because there was a 0% chub up for the 20-something, the 21-year-old, the 20-year-old, however what she was. Because even my junk was like, dude, we're not doing nothing here. Because when you're young, your junk is stupid and it's a pirate. But when you're a middle-aged guy, your junk is kind of like a board of directors, right? It very, very carefully calculates the pros and cons of the situation and it votes. All in favor of getting a boner and trying to jump on top of this hot 21-year-old, say aye. There are no ayes. All of you that just say, hey, just have polite conversation with her because the last thing you want to do is try to use this young lady for your own gratification because it will be really easy to sleep with her. Say nay. Oh, nay, all nays. Fantastic. I've accepted that I'm an old dude now, or at the very least the beginning of old dude, and I'm okay with it. And that's all I wanted to say. Folks, like I said, I was just going to do a little short hello to you because like I said, I'm not in my normal location with my normal equipment, but I did want to get something out to you and I wanted to let you know what was going down. No intro, no outro. I'm just going to say goodbye. Love you. Thank you for everything and I will see your punk asses next week. See ya.